Hi guys, today I'm going to talk to you about a challenge that Luca and I have been doing for the last couple of weeks, and it's been going so well that I thought it would be really nice to make a video about it and perhaps inspire some of you to try the same challenge, because it's great and it challenges a lot of the beliefs that we have about healthy eating and a lot of what the media is talking about. So I love challenging myself. Challenges are really what teaches you so much about your body, about what works for it, what doesn't. So I'm all up for the challenges, and usually every month I have a different challenge. So this month our challenge is called 30 days of no raw salads, and it's been going really well. This challenge is really not eating any huge raw meals. So we used to have huge salads at least once a day since we got interested in this whole healthy lifestyle, healthy eating. The fact is that my health started deteriorating when I started living a healthy lifestyle and started to eat healthier, or at least that's what I thought. So I decided to take one of these, each of these things that I changed once I started living my healthy lifestyle, and try to eliminate it and see if it makes any kind of difference. And eating salads every single day was one of those things I changed. It doesn't mean that I don't eat anything raw. Of course I do. If I want some raw tomatoes, I'll eat some raw tomatoes. If I want a bit of raw cucumber, I'll eat some raw cucumber. Let's say if I'm peeling some carrots and chopping them for soup and I want some raw carrot, then I'll eat some. But we're not eating any big raw salads, any big raw meals. We've been mostly eating salads in order to get green leaves, but there's so many other amazing ways to eat green leaves. Things like spinach, Swiss chard, bok choy, cabbages. All of these things are so amazing, lightly cooked or added to soups, and you get so much more nutrition from them rather than eating them raw. So the real reason why I decided to try this challenge is because I read this book called Read Your Face, and I highly recommend this book. I'll link it down in the description box. And it's inspired by the traditional Chinese medicine and their way of reading your face, your wrinkles in certain places or spots in certain places, discoloration, swellings, things like that. And based on that, it can tell so much about a person's digestive health and their lungs and their spleen and their energy. So this book really opened my eyes to so many things, and I'm so grateful to it, because that's really where I got the idea to try this challenge of no raw foods. And if you're into Ayurveda or traditional Chinese medicine, or even any kind of modern healing diets like GAPS diet or the special carbohydrate diet that really heal the gut, they are all focused on eating cooked food, because raw food has a lot of cellulose that is not digestible, and it's really difficult for your digestive system to process. While cooked food, it doesn't have to be cooked a lot, it can be lightly cooked food, is so much easier for digestion. It gives you much more energy and it gives you more nutrition. Also, raw food, once it gets into your body, needs to be heated up to a certain temperature in order to process, digest, and to assimilate all the nutrients. You can imagine your stomach as sort of a pot of soup, and the soup needs to be cooked at a certain temperature. So in order for the digestion to start, the food needs to be warmed up to a certain temperature, and that's why drinking frozen water or eating ice cream or even eating anything at room temperature is much more difficult for the body to process than, let's say, eating freshly cooked chicken soup or things like that. I've definitely noticed that in my own case. When I eat my lovely homemade soups, when I eat lightly cooked stewed or sauteed vegetables, I feel full of energy, my digestion is super quick, I don't get this slump after eating, and I never ever get any kind of bloating after eating anymore. And I'm the most regular I've ever been in my whole life. Now literally I go twice a day, which for me is unheard of, and it really improved so much once I stopped eating raw foods, mostly all these green leaves, which really just stuff you up and block you up. I've also been trying to limit raw nuts because they're also quite difficult to digest. So I will eat some maybe toasted almond butter, but just tiny amounts. So I do eat raw fruit, but again, I don't overdo it. Bananas or peaches or strawberries, I try to stay away from things like apples or pears. I prefer to eat them stewed or baked because, again, they're so much easier to digest. I also eat a lot of sauerkraut in order to get lots of vitamin C, and sauerkraut is full of it. So I really don't miss eating all these raw salads because I'm getting everything I need from lightly cooked food. So now I'm talking about traditional Chinese medicine and reading your face. The precise reasons that made me try this challenge is because there is something called liver line, and it's this vertical line that people often have between their eyebrows, and you would think it's something that comes with aging, but it's totally not true. In many cases I had this line from the age of, I don't even know, 10 or 12. I've had it all my life. It's nothing to do with aging. When I feel better or my digestion feels better, that line almost disappears, and then when it's bad, that line deepens again. It totally depends on the liver, and it's called the liver line because it is what shows the health of your liver. And when somebody has this liver line really deep, that basically means that they are eating too many undigestible foods, perhaps too much raw food. And one of the first things to try is to try and eat lightly cooked, warm, easily digestible food, and that's what I'm doing. Another area that can kind of show your need for more cooked food is around the eyebrows, between the eyes, and just under the nose, between the nose and the lips. And in my case, for example, I used to get little breakouts around this area all the time. And again, that could be because there's too much raw food in the body. Another thing that raw food causes is also too much dampness and cold in the body, which a lot of us women go through, and is related to something called candida that a lot of us have too. And raw food again just makes this problem worse. So that's really the reason why I got so interested in this challenge. I guess this is all I wanted to talk about, this no raw food for 30 days challenge. It's not really no raw food, it's just no raw salads or big meals for 30 days. And as I said, I'm halfway through the challenge. It's going super well. I'm feeling even better than before, and my husband and I keep talking that probably this challenge is going to be our new way of lifestyle, and I don't think we'll go back to eating salads like that anymore. I mean, if the weather is really hot, if it's really sunny outside and we want something really cold and refreshing, then of course we'll make a salad. If you're really craving a salad, it's not like I'm going to say no, we're not going to make a salad, but it's not going to be this rule that every single day we have to eat a salad because gurus or doctors or whatever say that it's healthy. No more of that. We're just going to listen to our bodies and eat the salad when we want it. I share the news about this challenge on my Facebook and Instagram. It's at VitaLivesFree, just like everything else. And so many of you were interested and said that you were going to try something similar. So I'd really love to know how it goes for you, because I think that so many of us are overdoing it with raw food, and so many of us would benefit from more cooked food. So let me know what you think in the comments, let's discuss, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, bye.